Good morning, good afternoon, guys, wherever you are. I'm gonna be going over a quick market view. Hopefully not too long, 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes maybe. Um, so I'll be going quick recap of this long trade. Few people were asking why I took it. It was very simple, honestly. Um, we hit this downtrend resistance in a zone. I was saying that I want to see a sweep of previous day low because we were looking a bit bearish on the low time frame. We got the sweep, and that's when I got along, right? For the first 45 minutes, you can see that I wasn't interested in getting along yet because if you come to USDT, you can see that even though these first 45 minutes you are above the key level, which is bullish, on USDT you are also above your previous day high, which is bullish for USDT, which means bearish for majors, right? Bearish for crypto or bearish for Bitcoin, whatever. So once USDT swept this high, then closed below the key level, that's when I was interested in getting long. That's when I got along, right? You can see here, got along 66 200, 75% TP, 67 100. Got stopped out just now. So yes, um, yeah, trade was pretty good. Can't be too mad about it. Mm, this was the short idea I gave my channel. Unfortunately, we got front ran by 40 bucks. Let's check. Yeah, front ran by $40. I mean, can't do much there. It happens, right? And I just want to say, even though I did get front run, it doesn't mean that the market just stopped, you know, in midair. I did have a level that was here, right? It did reject off this anchor view up from this high. You know, price doesn't stop anywhere for no reason. There's always a reason to why it stops. But I mean, it just wasn't the level I was looking for. Unfortunately, we front ran the sweep of these highs. It happens. Uh, yeah. So TP1 in this short trade would be 65K. Your final TP down here is 60 to 500. I'm expecting this low to hold, right? Like on a bigger view, I'm expecting this low to hold and like a minimum. Hold on, my brain just paused. Yeah, I'm expecting this low to hold, and for us to get minimum like 74K-ish, and then after that we can decide if we're going higher or if we're coming lower. But for now, we're trading in a smaller range. Um, Going over a couple key levels. For our market structure level, I'm going to say this on my channel eventually, once this level is met, because we are going to come back to it. But I'm just going to show you guys, maybe you want to mark on your chart, up to you. But this 4-hour market structure level, right, has a lot of resistance and support. First it was resistance over here, came back, kind of did like um, a fake out, came back below, a little bit of support, and then you made big resistance, right? So if we can get above 69K pretty much, then you can expand to take these highs minimum. But if you are below it, then you are expanding to take these lows, right? So bullish, bearish, bearish if you're below it, bullish if you're above it, right? Um, the next 4-hour level is going to be this one at 67 300. If we are above it, then we can expand to the next 4-hour market structure level, 69K. If we are below it, then I'm expecting these lows to get hit, right? So above bearish, below bearish, or above bullish, below bearish, right? Very, very simple. It's not hard really, just take some time to get used to. On the 1-hour um, perspective, let me see if I can close these 4 hours. We'll give a little better view. On the 1-hour perspective, sorry, we can see resistance, 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 breakouts, support, support, support for 5 hours, right? So we broke out, flip support. This 5-hour time frame was a long setup also, because you've broken out of a triple, or you've broken out triple highs resistance, right? You swept all liquidity, swept, swept, swept. This could have been a short setup if this 1 hour candle right here at, oh yeah, at 7 p.m. Closed below the key level, right? But obviously it stayed above, so you were bullish. Now your short, your long setup could have been like this, right? Targeting these highs, your SL below this candle low, and this could have offered a 5 hour trade, which is pretty nice. And in hindsight, I probably should have only taken 50% of TP on longs and left the rest for these highs, right? Overall, in the end, I guess it did work for me. But if I could go back in time, I would honestly change that. I would take only 50% here and leave the last 50% for these highs. Even though I did get front run, but that would have been a smarter idea because we are above structure, so we're bullish. Um, right, so we're below it, we're bearish. The next level is going to be 66575. I said it a few times when I was taking it long. That's if we're above it, we're bullish. If we're below it, we're bearish, right? Once we got above it, expansion happened, and we made a good move. It retested here. That could have been your late entry, which was a good entry, right? Obviously. Um, yes. So right now our liquidity is sitting above these highs, or sitting at these highs. 68.2, 68.4, and now this high here. So we're building up a lot of liquidity, right? You can see we have this high unswept, this high unswept, this high unswept, 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 unswept now. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 highs unswept. And then we can't forget about this one too, and this one, right? So we have 8 highs unswept here. Oh, we have one. I mean, man, they are just, man, 9 highs unswept, right? So this is honestly pretty bullish. This is pretty bullish. They're not going to leave these highs if they're sending Bitcoin to, a new major low, in my opinion. They will, you know, eventually make some big bullish move where they take out all these highs and then they can drop it. But I don't think they will, sweep the lows and then the highs, and it just doesn't make sense, honestly. There's much more liquidity resting above us, right? Follow the liquidity. Follow the liquidity. But anyways, so that's pretty much a short. I will look for a lower high somewhere based off these levels. Right? Look for a lower high somewhere here. I'll post my channel, but right now I'm just going to be observing. Look for some type of divergence, some type of bearish structure going on, or bearish order flow going on, even though we are pretty mega bearish right now. Longs are going to be, you know, previous week low, either a sweep of previous week low, sweep, retest, your long could be like this, SL here, and your target again, in these highs, 770, 72K. It's pretty good 10%, 11% move that can happen here. Same setup as I longed here, right? We swept, bounced, or swept, retested. That's when I right. That's when I longed. I put my SL below the low, and we targeted up here, right? It was offered a good trade. So same type of setup or idea I have going on here. The next level is going to be here, or down here in the zone, right? It's kind of a big zone, but here I will look for some type of bullish order flow to go on, some type of bullish divergence, where I will enter longs, with some type of SL. I'll wait for a structure to form, and then that's when I can trigger long. And again, we are targeting these highs, right? So I think we have a pretty big move incoming, but just not too, not this soon. I think we can come down here first. I did give this trend line in my channel. If you look, you can probably find it. Above it, we can be bullish, below it, we're bearish. And you see how right now we've did a fake out. I was expecting this fake out to take out these highs. Again, we didn't. Oh well. But now you can see how we got a pretty bearish fake out, and Our next target is going to be again downside. You know. Yeah. Hope I didn't talk for too long. That's pretty much going to be it. Um, for everyone who's watching, my alarm going off. For anyone who's watching, if you are taking the trades, could you please, just post in wins at me? That's all. That's all I really ask. You know, group isn't paid or anything like that yet. Right? It won't be paid at all, but it might be ref access in the future, which I don't know about that either. But all we're asking for is just to show some support, something in wins. We're not really making a lot doing this, which is fine to me. I enjoy helping people. But yeah, all that's for return. All right, hope I didn't talk for too long. That's gonna be it for Bitcoin. I don't really care about Ethereum, Solana. I don't care about anything of these. I'm gonna be honest. Wow, this is crazy. What the fuck? Yo, that's nuts. Oh man, this short would have went crazy, man. I forgot about this. All right, yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching.